Have you watched Last of Us? Are you worried about getting infected by a fungus and turning into a cordyceps zombie? I'm going to talk about the science of cordyceps and go over what was fact and what was cap in Last of Us. So cordyceps and ophiocordyceps are a subsect of Ascomycete entomopathogenic fungi that infect insects. Spores of a cordyceps can land on an insect, puncture through the hard exoskeleton, and colonize the body of the insect with mycelium, and then cause it to march up a plant and latch on in a death grip, and then it grows a mushroom out of the top of its head to rain spores down below. This kind of zombification happens in some cordyceps species, but not all of them. The writers of Last of Us created a composite fictional ophiocordyceps species for the show, so let's talk about what they got right and what they got wrong. Thanks to climate change, global temperatures are rising, and over the last few centuries, human body temperatures have been falling. That does mean the number of fungal diseases, or mycoses, is going to rise worldwide. There is an entomopathogenic fungi called Massospora, which infects cicadas and injects psilocybin or cathinone into the brain of the infected insect, causing it to act totally out of pocket. There are cordyceps-like fungi called Tolycopodium, which produce an important immune suppressor called cyclosporin, used for organ transplant patients. There's also molds like Penicillium, which produces the antibiotic penicillin, which helps them compete with other microbes. Regardless of our body temperature, there are fungi on our skin and inside of us that are a normal part of our microbiome. Sometimes they help us, sometimes they hurt us. There are opportunistic pathogens like Candida yeasts that can cause a yeast infection. In the intro to Last of Us, they say we don't have any drugs to fight fungi. That is not true. We have a whole class of azoles which are very effective antifungals. Generally, azoles function to inhibit cell wall synthesis in fungi. Over millions of years, cordyceps have evolved some amazing different forms, but generally they're very specific to their insect hosts and evolve very slowly. Unlike insects, humans have very complicated immune systems that are generally very good at fighting off slow-growing fungal diseases. Beyond the differences in basic biology, what doesn't make sense to me about Last of Us is the fact that the infection is spread through bites and can infect you within 12 to 24 hours. That is much faster than fungus could grow in our bodies. The other part of the show that doesn't make any sense to me is they said that the fungal infection came from food and somehow spread around the world within a matter of days. That's just impossible for the way our food system works, and what we should be worried about in food from fungi is mycotoxins, because those things are scary and cause a lot of damage. So hopefully I put your mind at ease and you can rest assured that you will not be turning into a cordyceps zombie anytime soon.